I don't understand. I just don't understand. They got how many soldiers here? One, two, 3,000 soldiers up here in northern England and southern Scotland. Are our forces considered part of that? I don't think so. I mean, I know we're subject to them like completely, but I don't believe their soldiers, our soldiers are considered theirs. I see like 11,000 here, but it says I have like 20 plus thousand somewhere. They got 11,000 here. Oh, they got 13,000 here and 7,000 here. Alright. Alright, that seems a little more sensible. They're all in like southern France. Good job. Scotland's gonna rape your land while you sit in southern France. Nice job. See, if I was them, I would have like worried about Scotland first and just kind of took them out, pieced them out possibly alone, and then turned down on France. I would have blockaded France, obviously, blockaded all their ports, but then I would have turned on Scotland and just focused them down as best I could. Because fighting a multiple front war like this is not very advantageous. You know, they got like troops up here in northern France. They got fights going down in southern France. They got fights in northern England. I mean, if they expected us to go in there and save them, that wasn't going to happen. I mean, as much as we don't want England to die because they're keeping us alive, really, uh, in a sense. Um, they're also harming us. Oh, we should probably. I just realized we could probably take that force on. We probably won't get there in time. They're gonna run away. Wait, are you? What just happened? That's not them. It can't be. Huh. They ran all the way back to Cumberland? We're going back then. I think we scared them off. I think they ran back there when they saw us coming. Because normally they would have definitely pursued these guys and tried to wipe them out. Because as long as the unit remains and it can just replenish. So it would rather just ended them. But I think they saw our force coming, knew that they would probably get beat, and probably made a beeline for Cumberland. Um, Muscovy declared war upon their enemy, the Golden Horde. They had to cast his belly. Can we get advisors? Stability. We don't really need stability. We can't get anybody there. I think mostly because we can't afford it. We don't have much money. Which is unfortunate, but... Some of these cogs are, like, useless. We should have got combat ships. I want to be able to transport my soldiers, but if I transport them to Scotland, I'm just going to get rocked anyways. Because we don't have enough soldiers. I'm waiting for England to declare war on the Irish territories. We might be able to nab one, which would help strengthen our power a bit. Then again, we may not get anything. But of course, if we occupy it, as far as EU3 is normally concerned, not with death and taxes, I don't know how it works. But if you occupy it, even if you aren't the leader of your group, of your war effort, if you occupy it, then it can't be claimed by anybody else in the war. So if we occupy, say, Leinster in a war, we occupy Leinster? Leinster? I think it's Leinster. So if we occupy Leinster and a war against them, I don't think England could annex them. The only thing that they could do was give it to us or like demand something else like vassalization or something like that. So Munster has declared war upon their new enemy, Leinster. Speaking of Leinster, they cite conquest as their casus belli. So I do have a casus belli to take Leinster. I mean, there's really nothing we can do. I mean, it's not like it matters. England's going to eventually target these places, and I want to get a chunk of that pie, okay? I know they're going to eventually. England always does. I mean, it's logical. England's going to eventually go for these territories at some point in time. Probably after this war. Sometime. So I want to try to get like at least one or two of these Irish provinces. That would be nice. It'll help us get a little more power. There seems to be a misunderstanding regarding the heritage of the great-grandmother of Edward III. It seems that she was the daughter of a lowly farmer from outside Caernarvon. Haha. So we could deny it fervently and lose 5 legitimacy. He's not really our king. I mean, he's our king, but he's not a Welsh king. He's an English king. So what do we care about his legitimacy? We actually want that lower, don't we? Wouldn't that, like, help our case for independence and stuff? Or we could lose prestige. Well, for one thing, we have 100 legitimacy, which is the cap. We have -9 prestige. Would I rather lose legitimacy or prestige? It's so obvious I'm gonna go and lose some legitimacy. He's not even my king. Well, he's like my king, but he's not like my king, if you understand what I mean. He's not from the same culture group. Let's put that out there. My king, Norway, accepted peace with their former enemy, Scotland. The following terms, white peace. The white peace between Norway and Scotland, that's kind of bad because Norway didn't help. I think Norway didn't help. Again, I don't have eyes on Norway, but I'm pretty sure they didn't help. Because Scotland's had like 15,000 soldiers, which has to be like their entire army here in northern England for the longest time. So I really do not think Norway helped. So, I mean, England's kind of boned. They got to get peace here. I mean, there's like no way to win this war at all. I was hoping to maybe grab something out of it, but I don't think we're in any real immediate danger for Scotland to attack us. But England's got to... Oh, they're producing a lot of soldiers down here. Good, good. We can push Scotland back here. I don't want to move my soldiers out because I want them to be defensive a little bit right now. You know, England's building a lot of soldiers down here. They have like 3,000, 5, 6, 7. They have 7,000 already down here, and they're building 7,000 more. Plus 2,000 here, so that's 17,000 soldiers, plus... Oh, that's a ship. That's a ship. Okay. So that's like 17,000 soldiers. These aren't ships, are they? Oh my god, they're ships. Okay, never mind. They're building one more unit down here. The rest are all Navy. Well, still, it's like 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, plus 1 more, that's 11, plus R4, that's 15, maybe? I don't know. Because that's like equal to these guys, except they got 3,000 more. So that's like, Plus getting like good coordination between ourselves and England is going to be so hard to do. It's so hard to coordinate attacks with the AI like that. It would be, it would be easy if this was like real life and we could just talk to each other and be like, hey, I'm going to hit this guy. Why don't you help me? And then he'd be like, yeah, sure, we could do this. But no, on the game, it's just like, I'll run at them, and if you follow me, good. That's how you win, by the way. It's a true story. So England's starting to move their forces up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You get out of It's, Lancashire. I thought that was Lancaster. I saw the It's Lancashire? Get away from me. England, help. They're like on my doorstep. Although I think they probably gonna go for England's territories before they actually try to take ours. We'll see. Where are you going, England? 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 Where are you going, buddy? I really have this bad feeling that if Scotland were to take this province, they'd come for us just because they know they can crush us. Because they outnumber us so much. And I don't want to lose my entire army. Because then I have to rebuild it. And I don't really have... Financially, I'm not really able to do that. Let's see. Okay, now England's building a shit ton of soldiers down here. Well, by a shit ton, I mean like 2. Oh, there's 3. Never mind. I meant 3. I said 3. You heard it. I said 3. Okay, what happened to like England's... What the fuck? What are you doing up there when you should probably just kill people? Yeah, that's something you should probably do. It'll probably work. All right, so we got our fleet done, which we got 5 naval tradition and 5 prestige, so we're now -4 instead of -9. Good. Our state is not very prestigious, and as such, countries that should look up to us look down upon us. We must do what it takes to restore ourselves back to our rightful position. Damn straight. So I think it's 10 prestige, probably. That's usually what it is. Yeah, it's 10 prestige. We need 10 prestige. So it'd be nice if we could get an advisor. That would give us prestige. What do we got? Colonial range. That's absolutely useless. Thank you for that. Interest. We don't really need loans, so interest is kind of pointless. Naval force limit. That's interesting. Maybe. Not now. Maybe in the future we think about getting that. Infamy down. We don't really need infamy down. National manpower modifier. That'd be nice if we actually used our manpower, because we are right now capped. I realized that a long time ago, but I was still building ships, so it's not like I could build soldiers and use up that manpower. I might do that now, but I couldn't do that before, and we had capped a long time ago. I came into this menu and I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh yes. Damn it. We need this guy right here. We need a philosopher. Why can't we get one? I never really understood how this works. Because sometimes you can buy them and sometimes you can't bring them in. So I don't really understand how it works. It'd be really useful if we could bring in a philosopher, because we could use that extra prestige boost to get up to 10. But when we start building a military here, which we'll start doing right now, we could possibly, get prestige by winning battles. But we can't really do that right now, because we got 15,000 Scottish troops right here, and all we got is 4,000, and England is being a twat. So England should probably take care of these guys before they occupy a province that they really shouldn't be allowed to occupy, because they should have been stopped already. That would be unfortunate. Our governor reports reliance on galleys. My king, reliance on galleys happened to us. Effect, naval force limit modifier plus 10%. Oh, cool. Too bad. I'm probably never going to utilize that. I know I should be building like a fleet, a proper fleet. We got a fleet of like transports. I should be building a proper fleet, or more of a proper fleet. I think we got like 4 transport ships and 2 galleots, which are light battleships, light warships, I guess, instead of battleships. Be a warship. We should probably be focusing a bit more. We probably shouldn't have more transports than military ships, but we do. It's probably not the best idea, but we do, and that's unfortunate. But that's just how it rolls, I guess. I don't know. So we're trying to build up a military right now so Scotland doesn't steamroll us. Now, Scotland, even if Scotland did steamroll us, which would be devastating, you do not know how devastating it is to have your entire military crushed in a war. Even if you're still alive at the end of the war, it is extremely devastating to have to build that up. And I had to do that as Holland. I got absolutely decimated in a war against Burgundy. Now, one good thing did happen is Holland starts out as a union. This is in vanilla, by the way, the regular EU3. They start out in a union, I believe, under Hainaut, right here. And Hainaut is the leader, and they're stupid. And they go into a war against Burgundy towards the beginning, and you're dragged in. And you get absolutely decimated. And they there's pretty much no way around it, because you can't, like, forge alliances or anything, because you're stuck, you can't do diplomacy. And it makes it really hard to play as Holland. Really, really hard. Because you're going to have Burgundy just kind of jump on your face early on, and they just destroy your military, and even being alive, we didn't lose, like, any provinces or anything. They took all our money. We had to concede defeat or something like that. They took, like, all our money, and they killed all our army in battles, so they didn't really take that. They just kind of killed us. And it took me, like, 20 game years just to get back to where I was before the war. Alright, that's how devastating it can be, just to lose your entire army and not really have much else happen. Now, obviously, a big thing about that was the fact that we did lose all our money. So we start out with, like, no army, no money, and it was just awful. It took, like, 20 game years just to get back to where we were before the war, and then we had to play catch-up with all the other nations that, hadn't had those kind of troubles, I guess. So we do not want to lose our entire army. So we want to be careful here, because even if we lose our entire army and Scotland doesn't take us over or anything, and they don't take, like, our money or anything, it would still be extremely devastating to lose all these soldiers, because we have to build them again. And so it's going to hurt a lot. England's just not giving a fuck, so we're not going to give a fuck. We're going with England and try to occupy some of Scotland, I guess. I mean, I don't like leaving it undefended here, but I hope they're going to go for England over me. English soldiers are just kind of, they're going around. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see my finger, but you can't. They're just going around them, so we're not going to sit there and get decimated. They'll probably go for us because they could easily take us. So we're not going to let that happen. I mean, if they want to take Gwynedd, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm assuming it's Gwynedd. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad. If they want to take it, it's going to hurt, but I'm going to have to give it to them, because I'd rather them take that than defeat our entire army, because that would be devastating. What do we got here? English peasants. Oh, we got a revolt in England. See, now would be like the perfect time to break away from England. However, I don't think we even physically can. Maybe we can declare war. We're at war. We may not declare war upon a country which we have an alliance with. Break the alliance first. But we can't break the alliance while they're at war, so that's what I figured. I figured that was the case. In order for us to declare war on England and kind of try to get our independence, we need to dissolve our current alliance. In order to do that, England can't be at war. Which they're at war. So, really, now would be like the perfect time, but it's also an impossible time. I kind of hope peace comes soon.